Wait. Yeah. Yeah. Then inside, okay?
Guys, am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll start in a minute. Let's start. So till yesterday, what we discussed? We discussed all about our primitive data type, or you can say legacy data type. Okay. So what are the different data types we discussed? We discuss about integer, float, and string. Correct. And we also discuss about the associated function or predefined function or system defined function is there, and how we can leverage that functionality without writing any code. Okay. So now in today's session, we'll go, if you remember at the beginning of the session, we discussed that Python contains two kind of data type. What are that? One is primitive data type and one more is a advanced data type. So what are the curriculum or what are the things coming under the advanced data types? Inside your advanced data types, there are basically these are four types. So what are the different four types? The first one and the most important is list. Okay. The second one is your tuple. The third one is your set, and the fourth one is your dictionary. The fourth one is your dictionary. The first and foremost thing, what is a list? Okay, so all these feature, so these all comes under a Python advanced data type. So what are the different characteristics? Okay, let's say for example, if I'll say a number or a integer data type, what will be the characteristics? It is a countable object. If I'll gonna say it is a string, so what is the characteristics? It should come under the quotes. Okay, if the same thing, how I'll say that whether these data types belongs to list, whether that data types belongs to tuple, whether that data type belongs to set or dictionary. Okay, on top of that, there are four different characteristics and different nomination. Okay, the first and foremost thing, sir, there are four different characteristics. What are that four different characteristics? Let me check. The first and the foremost thing is that your indexed. Okay, if you remember, what do you mean by indexed? We discussed yesterday.
Is the numbering rank.
Vinay, yeah, Vinay, no, I have not sent the yesterday notebook. I'll do it today. Okay.
Thanks, sir.
The first thing, yeah, the first thing is that what do you mean by indexing? Indexing, if you remember, yesterday we discussed about positioning or your index value of any alphabet or object inside your string function, correct? So similarly, indexing means what do you mean by positioning? Indexing means positioning. If let's say, for example, I'll write something called as Python. Okay. What is the position of T? Tell me. What is the position of T? Is the third positioned element and second indexed value. Correct? Is the third position element, or you can say it's the second indexed value. Now we'll say that index of T is second. Agree? Guys, do you agree with me? T at the second indexed value. Yeah. So if I'll write such a way that whenever I'll say if I'll add any character or I remove character, let's say for example, I will add something O to that. Do you think my characters, the index value of T will get changed? I don't think so. Okay. Let's say for example, I will add one more integer 1 to here. Do you think my index of T is getting changed? No, it is not. So at any time frame or at any moment, the indexed value of that alphabet is constant. Then I'll say it's a indexed. Correct? Okay. What do you mean by a heterogeneous object? Okay. What do you mean by a heterogeneous? Heterogeneous means is this data type can able to contain various objects or various other kinds of data types like alphabet, like integer, like number, like string. Yes, if it will gonna accept all these different kinds of things, then it is a heterogeneous object. Okay. What do you mean by duplicate? Okay. What do you mean by duplicate? If it will gonna accept duplicate, then it is a duplicate. And the second thing is that mutable. We'll say what do you mean by mutable? Okay. Now, first thing is that how we'll say whether this data type is a list or tuple or set. Any variable which contains a value, that value is nominated by a square braces. Then this is known as what? Then this is known as your list data type. If there is a square braces, then this elements belongs to which category? Is a list category. Okay. What is the first predefined function? Tell me. What is the first predefined function to know the data type? The kind of data type. There is a type function. Correct? Agree, guys? This is a kind of type function. Okay. Let me write A is equal to something I'm writing, maybe 1. Okay. Within the square braces, I'm writing 1. Then can I write type of A? So let's check what it is throwing. Is it giving us a data type is of list? Agree? Is my value inside a variable is within the square braces? Yes. If any value is in the square braces and it's assigned to a variable, that variable is a which data type? Like list data type. Okay. Let's say, for example, I will not write anything inside that A. Still, I am running. Am I getting something as a list? Yes. So this is what's saying. Even if you also don't write, okay, even if you don't write anything, you only signed a variable A and with some only square braces, then it is also which category? This is also of list category. But the difference is that this is a empty list. We called it as a which list? Empty list. Perfect. Any doubt? And if there is a value, that won't be a empty. There is a value containing list. Okay. The first thing that if there is no value, this is a empty list. And how to get it? You can get it through the square braces. Any doubt? How to identify whether it's a list or not? Any doubt? Okay. Now we'll go one by one of the feature. The first feature, what we say that is a heterogeneous object. Now we're gonna prove is list is a heterogeneous object or not. Okay. Okay. How to find list is a heterogeneous of a object or not. Okay. What I have written, I have defined a variable L and I have assigned some value inside that. Correct. Okay. Okay. Now check whether my this list. So what I'm saying, L is a list. It's containing one A, B, comma two. So do you think my list contain heterogeneous object or it's a homogeneous object? It's a heterogeneous object. It's a combination of integer and alphabet. So you can say integer and string. The first criteria is filled. List should be a heterogeneous object. Perfect. Okay. Now, in this example, can I add one more one? Let's say, for example, here I am writing another one. Okay. Do you think it will contain inside my output also? So, do you think list contain duplicate object? Yes. List can contain duplicate object. Okay. What will be the third heterogeneous allowed and your duplicate object allowed? Okay. Now we'll go to the hard thing is it mutable or immutable? What do you mean by mutability? The normal English. What do you mean by mutability? Mutable means, guys, tell me. It's changeable. Correct? Mutability is the concept of changeable. Okay. If let's say, for example, I have defined a list called L. I am containing value 1 and 2. Okay. Then can I add 3 to that? Yes. Can the same list, can I edit and I'll say no, add 3. I missed 3 to add here at the beginning. Can I add 3 to that list? If I can able to do it, then it is a which one? Mutable. If I am not able to do that, that means it is a immutable object. Mutable means changeable. Okay. So there is a function called as append. What do you mean by that? There is a function called as append. So append means it will append a value. Correct? It will append a value. Now let's see what do you mean by append and how this append. So if you remember in the previous session, I discussed one point, how to know what are the functionality available in Python for that object. Can I, okay, let me define. So what I define, I have created a empty list. Okay, let me create in front of you how to do. L declare a variable. Okay, I have created a empty list. How? Put the two square braces. Can I write 1 comma A comma, okay, 3 comma maybe B comma. So the each element inside a list should be separated by which? By a comma. So here 1 is a single element, A is a single element, 3 is a single element, B is a single element, and 2 is a single element. Okay. Can I print L? If I'll print L, I'll get that output. Okay. Someone will say that why I will write A inside a code. Can I remove the code and try? Tell me. So in this scenario, A is of which category? Tell me. Can I able to get A? Where is my A? Let's see. No, there is no A. So the interpreter won't detect A as any kind of, neither it's a string. Is it a string? No, it's not a string. Either it is a number, no. Because string has to be inside your which
Bracket.
one? Inside your code. Then it will become a string. If I'll not write, it will neither a string or neither a number. That's why it's created a empty list kind of thing. You can say empty list. So it's on, you can say unrecognizable. So to recognize A, I have to put a code. Okay, then my A will comes. Okay. And each here, these are called as individual element of your list. Okay. So now here we're gonna test. I have created a list and containing value something. Now what will happen? I'll want to test what are the predefined function can be applied on top of my list. So what I'll do, I'll write L dot, then I'll press tab. Remember guys? So here you can find what are the functionality or predefined functions are there. What are the that append, clear, copy, count, extend, index, and blah blah things are there. Okay. Now we'll cover even if in the string, if you write s dot tab, then you will get all this value, L tab, indexing, clear, functions, okay, that jet fill, arc fill, split, substring, all these things come. So similarly, these are the predefined function that are available for the list object. Okay, list object, what I am saying, because now L is a object of which category, or is a object of list type. So these are the predefined function can be applied on top of your list object. If I let, okay, let me choose the first function append. So what append will do? Tell me. Append will, what do you mean by append? As simple as English. Append will add a value. Correct. Let me add a value called as something 90. Add a number. Okay. Let me add a number and then let me print. So do you think I have added a number 90 at the end? Did my interpreter added a number at the end
Yeah.
90? Yeah.
Yeah.
So in this example, we'll test two things. The first thing is that is my list is mutable at the beginning of the cell. What is my list value? 1 to A.
Mutable.
There is no 90. Okay. Then I added 90 at the output. Do you think it's a mutable or immutable? Tell me. List is a mutable or immutable?
Mutable.
Mutable. Okay. The first concept. Now the second concept is list object or list entity holds is indexed. Okay. At the beginning, what is my indexed value? Tell me of for one, what will be the indexed value? 0, correct? For
Yeah.
A, it's 1. For 3, it's 2. For B, it's 3. And for 2, it's 4th. Okay. Look at the output. What will be the indexed value of 1? Same 0, correct? For A, it's 1. For 3, it's 2. For B, it's 3. And 2, it's 4. For 90, it's 5. But the old index value of the old element, did I disturb them or they are remain intact? By looking at this example,
They remained intact.
they remain intact. That means for the list, the index of that element will be remain as it is. So what will happen? Whenever you will append something, you will append at where? At the end. So that my earlier or my old index position will never get changed. So do remember, whenever there will be append function, it will always append the value at which position? At the end. If I'll add 90 at the middle, let's say for example, if I'll add 90 at this position, what will happen? The index of B will get changed or not? the index of B will get changed, or index of 2 will get changed. Maybe up to 3 it will remain intact, but after in between 90, the index value will change. That's right. So in list, whenever we will add something, it will add at the which part? At the end part. So now tell me the fourth characteristics what we discuss is qualified for list or not. On based of these four characteristics, this all functionality, this all data type functionality will get changed. Maybe in case of tuple, it won't accept duplicate value. Maybe in case of set, it won't take the position. Something are there. Maybe in dictionary, some value will be remainer here. Maybe tuple is not mutable. There are some concepts. There are four features. What are that four features? Duplicate, index, heterogeneous object, and mutability. Based upon these four categories, these four advanced data types are built. Correct? We'll test whenever we learn that data type. We'll test all these features. Perfect? Or any doubt till now? Tell me. Guys, you are fine? I'll proceed next. Okay. So these are the feature of your list. Okay. The first function we covered. What is that first function? Your append. Okay. Your append. Now, the second function we will cover. What do you mean by that? Okay. What do you mean by list? What do you mean by empty list? If I'll write something and won't pass any value, then it will create a which category? Then it will create a append. Okay. Now, tell me the second thing I'll come to here. So what do you mean by that? So I have created a list containing four value, 1, 2, Python and 1. Okay. So here I want to see Python. Here I want to see Python. Okay. Or else let me edit it something. 20, 10. Here. What will be the indexed? Okay, let me take. What will be the index value of 10?
0.
It's 0. What will be the index value of 20? It's 1. What will be the index value of Python? It's 2. So whenever I'll pass any indexed value within the square braces of that object, so it will return that value inside that. Okay, got it? If I, let's say for example, I created, okay, let me snip it so that we can, there are 3, 4 things. Okay. The first thing is that I want to print Python. How I'll gonna print? I'll take the object, then square braces, and I'll put that indexed position. Here will be the 2. If I want to print 20, then how I'll gonna print? Object, square braces, and what is the index of that 20? Tell me. It will be 1. Correct? Then I will print 10. Is that fine, guys? Yeah. But let's say, for example, C is, do you think C is a list or string? C is a string or string function. Here I have written Python. So here if I'll put P, C of 1, C of 1, tell me. So what position I am getting? Which letter I am getting? Y. Why? The Y is at first index position. That's the beauty of thing. So any object and square braces, and you put the indexed value that will return your the character or the alphabet present in that indexed position. Correct? So here it's not a list. Don't take C is a list, C is a string, and this indexing also applied on top of my string as well. Perfect. It will apply on list, it will apply on my string. Any doubt on this part? How to print a individual value out of a either string or either from your list? Okay. Now we'll move to the next topic. Let's say, for example, I have a list. This is my parent list. Okay. Inside my list, I have some object 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I have something called like this thing. Okay. And inside that, maybe A and B are there. Okay. And maybe 10 is there. So, is this a list or not? Tell me, this is a list or not?
Yes.
Yes, this is a list. Why this is a list? Because the value is inside a square braces. Okay. Is this a simple list? No. Why no? Because there is something. Is this a list? A and B? Is this
Yes.
also defined as a list? Yes, this is also list. So this concept is known as nested list. What do you mean by nested list? A list inside a list is known as nested list. If you remember, nested loop and all these things, maybe in the OOPS concept will gonna come. But this type of feature is known as which thing? Is your nested loop, nested list concept. Okay. Maybe here I want to print A. How I will gonna print? Tell me. Okay. How I will gonna print 4? This is maybe I'll write A is equal to something kind of this thing 1, 2, 3, 4. Here I want to print 4 as the output. How I'll gonna write? Print. Tell me. Can I write A of 3?
3.
Okay. Can I write A of 3? Why 3? Because for 4, the index value is 3. If I want to write A comma B, this value. So what I'll write? A of
4.
4 because this is the indexed value. Okay. Okay. If I want to print only A, tell me. If I want to print A, how I gonna write? I want to print A. Can I write A of? Okay. First I'll go to how to print A and B. So that's what I rated A of a 4. Agree? Then inside that nested list, what will be the position of A? Tell me.
0.
0. Can I write A of a 4 of 0? It will gonna give A. Yes, it will gonna give A. Okay. Now we'll see inside our interpreter. Okay. So let's say for example here C. Okay. Let me snip it and I'll snow it. Sorry. Just give me a second. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. So here the first thing is that list of this is I have defined L1. What is the type of L1? It is a list. If I want to check, okay, what is the indexed value of this is 0, this is 1, this will be 2, this will be 3, this will be 4, and this will be 5. Correct. The inner list is at which position? Is at 5th position. Okay. If I'll write print of L1 of a 5, 5th position, what I will get? Tell me. I will get this whole value. Any doubt? If I want to print unwaste, so what should I write? L1 of 4. Correct? Okay. Okay. I want to check what is this type also. Can I write print of type of L1 of 5? So it is also gonna give you which data type. It is also a list data type. Okay. Inside that, if I want to print 55, so what I will gonna write? L1 of 5 of 0. Correct? L1 of 5 of 1 means 66. Any doubt? while printing or retrieving the value inside your nested list? Tell me, guys, because it's practically it always needed. Any doubt how to print the value related to the nested list?
Can you please repeat one more time?
Okay, let me go in the here. If here is okay, we cover this out, then we'll try. So I want to print L1. So L1. So what you will get it? Tell me. You are getting this as a output. Okay. Now I tell me how to print unways. What I'll write? L1 of which index? Tell me. Then I'll write. I want to see output as unways.
4.
Oh, okay. Now check whether it's coming unways. If I'll write L1 of 5, what it will gonna come?
5566.
55, 66 inside a list element. Okay, because okay. Now I want to see only 55. What I'll write?
0. Index 0.
No, L1 of 5 of 0.
Yeah,
Don't take
5
it.
of
Okay.
0.
Yeah, if I write L1 of 0, it will be 1. Correct. Because this is the yeah. Here my agenda, I will come to this list, then it will taken as a parent list, then I will subscribe it. Got it? L1 of 5 of
Yeah.
0, I'll write. Sorry, if I write L1 of 5 of 0, then it will give me 55. Perfect or any doubt? If I want to print 66, so what I'll write?
5 of 1.
Yeah, L1 of 5 of.
So I have
This is how.
doubt. I'll probably share on the chat. I'm trying to run something similar on my end, but I'm getting error. I shared on the chat. I'm not sure if you can see it.
Mhm. No, if you'll see the inner list, you have written X and Y and Z. You have not put it on the uh, um, inside the code. The Y and Z. Check. Correct? Okay, let me paste it and run whatever you have written. So, okay, if I'll write here, Y name is not defined, means this Y is the issue. Can I write Y as like this? Can I write Y as Z and I will run? Is it perfect?
Um, yeah. Okay. Probably because okay. So if you're putting numbers, that's why you are not putting that single quote then.
Yes. But if you'll write this way, okay, let me remove it here and remove it and run it. It's throwing error, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now tell me. Let me erase it out. Okay. Okay. Any doubt on the nested? Okay. If not, we'll move to the next. Okay. Now we have seen the first functionality that is your which functionality? Your append. Okay. Now we'll go to the second functionality. See, okay. Let me write it. Okay, indexing will come at the end. Okay. Let me take another. Okay, I'll go to the upper slide maybe in some time because that is based upon the indexing will come at the end. Okay. Now, if you remember L.tab, so what it will do? The pop. What do you mean by a pop? Pop means deleting the element, deleting or removing the element. Okay, here is my list containing 10, 20, 30, 40. I want to pop. If I write pop and enter, see what is happening? The last element. Append will add the value at the last element. Pop will remove the value at the which element? At which position? The last position. Correct? Or any doubt? If not, this will be the things. Okay. Now, if you want to remove, okay, let's say for example, you want to remove something in between. If you want to remove something in between, so then how you will gonna remove? Let's say for example, I want to remove some value in between. Okay, then how I will gonna remove it?
You want to call the index and then remove it?
Yeah, but okay, yes, perfect. That's what. So here, what will be the index of 30? Let's say, for example, I want to remove 30 out of that. Okay. Here I am removing the 30 out of that. So what I need to do? I need to remove 30. So here I am writing L dot pop up 2. That means 30 will be get removed. After that, okay, here I have written, I have removed the second indexed value, that is 30. If I want to remove 10, so what will I write? L dot pop up 0. Correct? So which indexed value you want to remove, that position you need to specify. That indexed position you need to specify. That is your by default. Okay. For here, if you have seen inside my pop, I have passed 2. 2 is my argument. 2 as an argument. But here also I am not passing anything. So do you think pop takes mandatory argument or optional argument? Pop takes optional argument. If you mention the object index or the element index, then only it will take. If not, by default it will remove the which element? It will remove the last element. Okay. Now, okay. Now, if you want to, let's say for example, there are thousands value is there inside my list. If I have created a list, okay, let me create a new one. Okay. If I have a list, okay, inside my list there are 1,000 value. Is it practically possible for me to count what is the index of, let's say for example, here something 800 characters are there, then after that 100 is there. So is it practically possible for me to go and check what is the value, what is the index position of here? So what for how we will gonna index? We'll start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So is that practically possible? No. We see that if I'm gonna use pop-up index, then it will remove the that specific element. But I want to delete based upon the value. So for that, there is a function called as del. Del is nothing but your delete. Okay, what that delete will you do? Delete. Let's say for example, I have a list of. I'll write maybe 44. I'll write 44. Okay.
Should do two, right? My list two.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes. So that is not delete method. That is your remove. Got it. So here, am I deleting based upon your indexing or based upon my value? Here I am deleting based upon value. So, here, not that function name is remove. Remove. So let's say, for example, here is maybe I'll pass another value called as 778 99 889 4, maybe 5, maybe 7. Okay. 7. Yeah. Tell me, if I want to remove 56, how I'll gonna do? If I want to remove 56, what is the way I'll remove? Tell me. Tell me through pop. I want to remove maybe 56. So how I'll gonna use? Can I write a dot pop up?
X8.
Yeah. What will be the 56th position? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 means 8. A up pop up 8. If I'll write then C. I'll get 56 out of here. Correct? The same way also, what I can achieve? Okay, let me hash it. Can I write the A of A dot remove? A dot remove of 56. Okay. The same way also I can able to get it. Guys, got it? Either I will write A of pop-up of indexed position, or I'll write A of that value.
Can you try a dot del 56?
No. Here what I'm no, it will be say out of range. Okay, A of del. No. Delete is a method. And maybe it will achievable. Here delete is a method, or you can say function. Here it will take index value. Correct. I cannot write 56 that way. It's a method here. Okay, it's not. If you write, okay, let me try. If you want to see a dot, if I write a dot tab, do you think there is any deal method here inside that predefined functionality? No,
No.
there is nothing. So it's a altogether different functionality. Okay. So this is how with pop you can do it, or without pop by using remove you can do it. Okay, we have
So
covered
I,
two.
for example, if there are like multiple 56 in the
Okay,
list,
okay,
uh,
perfect. Yeah,
I just only remove the first one. Is it a way to remove all 56?
yeah. See, so which one it's getting removed?
First one.
From faster. Why? If you remember, our
Yes,
cursor
from
will
left to
come from
right.
left to right. Correct?
Yeah.
It will come from left to right. So it will take the first occurred one. Okay. If you want to achieve everything, then what you need to do, you have to write a custom function. Okay. Or else, if you want to remove the, I'll come in maybe in some time. If you want to remove this one, so then whenever we come to the index, we can say after some position, can I use? Yes, I am able to do that one. Perfect. Okay. Now we'll go to remove is over. Then we'll go to reverse. What do you mean by reverse? As simple as that. What do you mean by reverse? Reverse means it will reverse the alpha elements. Here I have written guava, apple, orange. The output is orange, apple, and guava. So here it will, the string will come from right to left. That as simple as that reverse function. Indexing I'm not touching at this moment. I'll say at some time. Okay. Then another functionality is sort. What sort will do? Sort will sort the value either with her increasing or you're ascending or descending. Correct? Okay. Sort will sort the value based upon the ascending or descending. If you will not write anything by default, what it will do? It will sort the value based upon the ascending. Here 10, 20, 30 something. So which is the minimal? Okay. Here, what is the minimal value? 3 is the lowest, correct? Then 6, maybe then 10, then 11, then 20, 21, and 31. Perfect. You see, is have done the same way. So it's a ascending. If I want to do a descending manner, can anyone help me? I will gonna do the sorting, or you want to do it by yourself. So there is a called, if you remember in the just beginning, we said that reverse. So you have to pass a parameter known as reverse is equal to true. So if I'll pass reverse is equal to true, it will sort it, but in a reverse manner. Got it, guys? It's a 95% time you will get a question in interview. I want to sort
Yeah.
in a reverse manner.
Yeah. Can we do this without using these inbuilt functions?
Without using this,
Inbuilt functions.
you can. Everything is achievable. So how are you gonna do it? Tell me. If you want to do it, can you write a loop? Yes, I can write a loop. I'll check what will be the logic. I'll check first value with the corresponding value. If it is a small, then I'll store. If it is a bigger, so sorting, maybe you have come across C++. So what will it will always compare, correct? It will check its a first value. Okay. If it is smaller than that, I'll store. If not, it will come 2021. Okay, it will go in a for loop. You have to write 10. Okay, 20. What will be? It's a comparative analysis. 21, 6, 3. Okay, first it will start. Okay, which is less, which is less. 10. Okay, it will hold its position. It will come here. Okay, it will check with that. Again, it will check with this. Again, it will check with 3. Okay, 3 is less. Then 3 will be come at the pole position. Got it?
So
This is how it
that
will
you
happen.
will
Sorry.
that you gonna cover in the later sessions, right?
Yeah, that is OOPS related concept. Here we are not writing any code. All this functionality, that's there. This logic has been written by the Python framework. Correct?
No, because in interview they are asking this kind of questions
Yes.
only, right? To see
Yes.
the logic.
This is OOPS programming. That's what I'm saying. This is OOPS, and all this comes also your algorithm. You will also get it.
Okay.
This will comes under the part of your algo. Because what is the algo and OOPS concept? Whatever the predefined, your sort, maybe your pop, reverse, delete, all this we are seeing as a keyword, correct? But do you think is there? No. For sort also they have written a huge program at the backend. Whenever you will use the sort functionality, it will trigger that n number of code which is written at the back.
Yeah.
Got it? Yeah.
I have one question. If you go to your line 21,
Yeah.
so sometimes you use print function and sometimes you just, if you look at compare with 24, you just give the parameter that you have defined as to print. So I'm trying to understand the print that you're using just because it has a string
So
inside.
you are comparing line number
21. So in 21, you are giving print L2. And if I look at 24, you are just giving capital L. That's the parameter that you define, right? To print. So
Yeah.
is there some logic behind it?
No. If you'll write with L2, okay, see, only this is applicable for only for reverse and sort. If you'll write don't print, you have to manually print it. L2 dot reverse, it won't print anything because now the value will be there. That's what it's only applied because only for your L2, only for your reverse function. Sorry, it's only applied.
Yeah, no, that I'm clear. But instead of print L2, if you just write L2, will it work as well?
No. Yeah, here you want to print L2. Yeah, it will work. It will work. If you want to print
Okay.
L2.
Okay.
And if you won't use that function, write 12 dot reverse. And if you use -3 to -1, then also it should print the whole thing, right?
Sorry. If I
Let's
will
say
not,
if you are not using this reverse function, and
okay.
you can use -3 is to -1, then also it will reverse the whole string, whole list, right?
You are saying the colon function kind of thing here, here,
Yeah.
here, here. Yeah. Till now I have not touched the index thing.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I put all the things. Yeah, that will it is based upon indexed. Okay, that we have not touched. Maybe tomorrow we're gonna say. Okay,
Okay.
that will reverse colon -1. So that will work.
Okay.
So that's what I have scooped all the in between part. That is the your reverse. You'll get it. Colon. So there are multiple ways you can use to reverse a string, but the ready-made available function is your reverse. Perfect. Yeah. Maybe what's left behind reverse is there. Okay, let me check. Okay, what do you mean by copy? Copy as simple as it will copy the element from one element to another element. If you will see, I have a list of 10, 20, 30. I want to copy the value of this list to a variable called as b. So I'll use a dot copy of this one. Correct. A dot copy. So a dot copy means what will be now what will be the new value of b? The new value of b will be 10, 20, 30. Perfect. Yeah. So we'll wind up the session. Yeah, indexing is there. Let me check what left behind. Is equal to maybe I'm writing something. Okay. How I usually follow, if you put a tab, you will get all these functions. Append is done. Clear. What clear will do? Clear will clear everything. Okay. Count I have not extended. Index, insert, pop. Okay. Remove we have done. Reverse we have done. Sort is done. Pop. Okay. Maybe insert indexed two left behind. Insert index and extend. Okay. What insert will do? Insert will insert a value. That's it. Okay. But we will say in next class. Thank you. Let me send you the.
Do we have class tomorrow, Anvesh?
Uh, I think yes.
Okay.
Just give me a second. Let me share the documents to you right away. Guys, there might be a chance of duplicacy. Okay. But all the codes are there in a streamlined manner. Okay. I sent two functionality. I have not checked whether they're in. Okay, let's close this one. Yeah.
You're sending it to all?
Yeah. Guys, my humble request is keep practicing the things because Python looks easy, but at a single moment you will think you will be get confused because these are lot of things all will come across. Correct? All will come across. Yeah. I send it to you. Can you please check?
Sure.
Okay. Thank you guys. We'll wind up the class today. Tomorrow we'll meet. If not, if you will have not get any kind of mails or the documentation from me, maybe tomorrow you can ask me. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for
So
joining.
we received. I received.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.